Gon shows how resourceful he can be in the midst of battle in my review of Hunter x Hunter episode 99. So far, the Chimera Ant arc has been really fun, just getting to see all of the different Chimera Ants with their weird animal abilities. This episode was no exception, and it was made even better by the fact that Gon was going to be fighting against two of them, this owl guy and this bat girl. And I love how they use their abilities, how they're actually really related to their actual animal forms, and some that actually aren't, but still, this was a fun episode, and it just shows that Gon can really do anything in the middle of a really tense battle. And at the beginning of this fight, you can actually see that the owl and the bat have a really huge advantage against them because obviously they're nocturnal creatures, they can see in the dark, and they're able to use like their sonar abilities to mess with Gon and make it so that he can't really concentrate where either of them are. And essentially, you have the owl guy who can use his feathers almost like these throwing knives, which is pretty hilarious. And then you have the Batgirl who comes in and just kicks the fuck out of Gon. But Gon is actually a boy of the wild. He's kind of like Bear Grylls if Bear Grylls was actually a badass. And because of this, he actually is able to use these two creatures' abilities against each other. And I love the scene where he's actually getting ready to fight against the owl, who transforms into this like giant hybrid gorilla form. Just, they're chimera ants. They can become a bunch of different animal fusions. And then Gon picks up this giant tree and is able to swing it against the Batgirl, which knocks her out as she slams against a wall. And then he's able to take out the owl guy with his paper ability, which is really awesome. I'm glad to see him get to use that ability a little bit more. And now you can actually see, like, before he was always really just standing when he was using that technique. I like now that he's able to run with it and, like, fly it off, almost like a blast from Dragon Ball Z. There's a scene in the middle that I don't quite understand. Essentially, it's just Killua, he's getting ready to head towards the city, and he sees, like, this person with their huge aura in the middle of the forest, and I don't know who this is. Maybe I'm not supposed to know yet, but still, it's a pretty interesting concept. But the rest of the episode is really just a lot of politics and a lot of stuff that might be kind of hard to follow. What's going on here is the Hunters Association is sending all of their hunters to take down the Chimera Ants and capture them so that they can learn a little bit more about them. But at the same time, a lot of the big top dogs, like the squadron leaders, have not been captured. And a lot of people are saying, especially Morel, he's thinking that this is all a plan to make the actual Hunters Association look bad and to put all the blame on the chairman himself so that they can sort of like basically kick him out and get a brand new chairman. And I like this because they haven't really gotten into the whole backbone of what the Hunters Association is really about. Although this is the 2011 adaptation, they might explain it a little bit better in the manga versions, but this is the only one that I've watched. So I'm sort of rolling with it on this one. But at the end of the episode, you get to see there's that one guy who is the leader of that country, and he essentially just declares martial law on everything. He tells everybody to go in their homes. We're going to be looking for rebels, and obviously this is a plan from the Chimera Ants, or it could possibly be something involved with even the Hunters Association as well. There's a lot of, you know, shadowy shit going on, and what's even awesome here is we get to see that Killua is there, and he's getting ready to arrive in the city, and a lot of other people like Knuckle and Shoot, they're trying to hunt down Cheetu, so there's a lot of really big events going here, and a lot of things are converging, and shit's obviously about to get really insane, especially in the middle of this big city. I can't wait to see where it's going to go from here, and just a really fun action episode. Obviously, for me, the highlight was getting to see Gon fight because he's the main character, and I just like to see him progress. But the actual battle was really interesting. You know, it made sense that he won. You know, he obviously, you know, he knows everything about wild animals and everything, and he was fighting against an owl and a bat, even though that owl can transform into a gorilla, but still, I really enjoyed the battle. It was action-packed. It was really, really fun. And overall, this was just another good episode that is just demonstrating how dark the Chimera Ant arc really is and how, like, the stakes have truly been raised. What's also cool is we're actually about to arrive on the 100th episode of Hunter x Hunter, the 2011 edition. And it looks like next week's episode is going to be really cool. It looks like the animation might have gone up a little bit in the budget. So make sure and tune in for Hunter x Hunter. Obviously, I'm trying to get used to the new time slot. It was actually kind of difficult to get this review out on time. But I should be able to start getting them out the day of the actual episode starting next week, because I'm just now getting used to this brand new time slot. So there it is. There's my review. Again, with Hunter x Hunter, I really don't have any complaints whatsoever. If I had one, maybe it's just a little bit more explanation, like who that weird person was with all the aura, and maybe just a little bit more of what's going on at the end. So maybe I'm just going to drop a 9 out of 10 on this one, but the action was really friggin' solid, so if you are a fan of the series and you're continuing to watch it, make sure and check this one out, because Gon kicks a lot of ass in it. So, how did you guys feel about this week's episode of Hunter x Hunter? Did you enjoy the battle against the owl and the bat? You can let me know with your comments below. Remember guys, before you leave, make sure and give this video a thumbs up. Absolutely one of the best ways to support our videos. So, I will see you next time guys. Super Kami Guru 9000, out.